East Point kids, how are you? I hope you've all had a super week. I suppose you can't wait till you start back to school soon. Yeehaw, I'm sure you're all excited. Today on East Point Kids Church, I just hope you enjoy the story and enjoy the little music we'll have for you, and also enjoy the craft it's on for you to do later on. Okay, God bless, see ya.
Hi everybody, so this week for memory verse we're going to learn some sign language to help us to remember our memory verse. So here we go. So the memory verse is, not by might, not by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord Almighty. And it's from Zechariah chapter 4 verse 6. Thank you.
Okay, so today we are doing a game for East Point Kids. It's Abby and Connor. We have got a cheetah, but he has lost his what? Spots. So you are going to go around the house and try and find them and get them back to the cheetah, okay? So cheetahs are very, very fast.
Yes.
So we're going to try and do it really, really quickly, okay? So on your marks, get set, go! Come on, Cheetah, go, go, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. You didn't? There. Where can you go put out the cheetah?
Teal. Here, teal.
Right, there might be some upstairs.
You're it, Connor.
back downstairs safely, please. And let's see if we can stick them all on the cheetah. And now our cheetah has lots of spots.
Stick it on his face. Yes. Bye, East Point kids. Goodbye, East Point kids. Hope you have a safe and have a yummy day.
Oh, there you are, boys and girls. Oh, I was running so fast, I thought I was going to miss Kids Church today. Oh, I am so glad that you are here and I didn't miss Kids Church. Well, I've got a really exciting story for you today. It's a story that is actually about an animal that likes to run. Hands up if you like to do lots of running. Well, this animal is so fast, okay? Try and think of the most crazy, fastest animal you can think of. Have you got an idea? Put your comments below what you might think the animal might be. Well, it's a cheetah. Because cheetahs can run really fast. Cheetahs can run a lot faster than what I just did. A cheetah can run super fast, okay? But they can do it in a really short space of time. So it might take me an hour to run somewhere. But a cheetah, it would just take a couple of minutes and they'd be there because they're super fast. So these cheetahs use their running, their capability to run so fast for good things, but they also use it whenever they need to get away from something. Maybe there's an animal that wants to eat them or wants to take their young sons or daughters, and they will run away because they can, and they use that to run away. And there's a man in the Bible who liked to run away. See, he tried to run away from God. So we've tried to run away from things, don't we? We try to run away from, maybe, have you ever been sitting in your living room or your bedroom and you see a bee or a spider? You run, don't you? Unless you're Daniel or other strong boys that we have in our kids' church who will take the spider and be able to get rid of it for us. We've had that a few times in kids' church. But we run away from things, don't we? I know one thing that I run away from sometimes is whenever I'm walking my dogs late at night, maybe it's a little bit dark and I hear a noise. It's maybe only a bird, but I run away. Or one that I always do, whenever I'm on a walk somewhere and I haven't brought a coat and it starts to rain, I will run as fast as I can back to my car or shelter. So we all run away, we all try to run away from things. But Jonah, this guy in the Bible, ran away from God twice. So God had asked Jonah to go to a place called Nineveh. And this place, Nineveh, wasn't the nicest place. They really didn't like God. And God really wanted to change their ways. And he wanted to use Jonah to do that. And that was such a privilege. Like, that's such an amazing thing that we get to do when God asks us to be part of his plan. But Nineveh was so scary and such a horrible place because they hated God. And to be honest, Jonah didn't care about the people in Nineveh. He didn't care whether they weren't living the right way. He just didn't care, and he didn't want to do what God asked him to do. So what did he do? Any guesses? He ran away. He ran away from God. He actually went the complete opposite way that God had asked him to go. Well then, what do you think happened next? A storm happened. And God didn't send a storm to kill Jonah. He wanted to show Jonah that he was still there for him and he wanted him to be part of his plan. But at that point, Nineveh didn't walk towards God again and go, okay, God, I'm going to do it your way. I'm going to come to Nineveh and I'm going to share your love with people. No, do you know what he did? He just went, I'm going to escape again. I'm going to go the other direction. And he actually jumped into the sea to avoid God. But God is such a gracious God, and he sent a big fish. Sometimes we think it's a whale. Some people say it's a really big fish. But whatever kind of fish it was, this fish was big, okay? And he swallowed Jonah up. So this fish swallowed Jonah up. He didn't eat him. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't take any arms or legs off him. He just swallowed him up and protected him, because God sent this big fish to protect Jonah. So 2 times where Jonah went, I'm going to run away from you, God, God actually protected him and sent something to protect him. Because no matter how many times we run away, or we might try to run away from God, God's always there for you and I. And God's trying to tell you today that He's always here. Don't try and run away from Him, because your plans don't always work out. God has a better plan for you and I, and He doesn't want us to run away from Him. He wants us to come to Him with all of our worries, with all of our troubles, and say, God, I'm here. I'm not running away. Because God's here to love us and protect us. And no matter how many times Jonah tried to run away, God actually saved him. He protected him, because He's a good, good God. And He didn't want Jonah to get hurt. And He didn't want Jonah to not be part of His plan. So today, remember that we don't need to run away from God. No matter how maybe things look a little bit scary or difficult, we don't need to run away from God. We just need to run to Him. So have a great day, guys, and we will see you soon.
Hi boys and girls, the craft this week is a cheetah mask. So we've got our piece of yellow paper. I've drawn around a plate, I'm going to stick it to the plate, and I've got the eyes, the nose, smiley mouth and these little spots which you need to colour in. And these are the little ears which I've done, and I've cut these out as well. So get it all coloured in and cut it out, put the ears on and then stick it to the paper plate. And this is the way it should look when it's finished. And you can put your wobbly eyes on, or you can cut the eyes out so that you can see through it, and put 2 little holes and a bit of elastic around it if you want to use it as a face mask. So let's see if you can do that and send us in some photos. Thank you.
Another great Sofa Sunday, kids, wasn't it? Really good. That is the end of our animal safari now. We finished, because after next week everybody will be getting ready to go back to school, won't they? So we've had a great time. We've learnt about lots of different animals and all the animals that God created, and we've learned some pretty amazing things about them, haven't we? We've also learned some great stories and some things about God as well. So next week, because it is the last Sunday before most of you will go back to school, we're going to have a games week. So some of the leaders will be recording games that you can play along with your family and your friends. You can either join in on the Sunday, or you can go back to it later, and maybe if you get a good day you could invite some of your friends round or some of your family and have a wee games marathon. But we would really love you to tune in again next week for the games. As we said, it's time to go back to school. Some of you will be getting ready this week coming in, getting your uniform and everything ready, and maybe some of you will be going in for a couple of days. Some of you will be going back to your old school, just to a different class, different teacher, same friends. Some of you probably maybe starting new school. It's going to be completely different. But for all of you, it probably will be different to what you left when you finished school there in March, April time. So what we want you to remember, kids, is what you have learnt in Kids Church. That no matter where you go and every situation that you're going into, God is always there with you. Okay? Don't forget that. And remember that all your East Point Church family, all your East Point Kids Church leaders will be praying for you all in the next couple of weeks, because we want you to go back to school and enjoy being there and have fun. So if you're feeling a wee bit anxious about it, or maybe you just can't wait to get back, don't forget to pray. Ask God to give you peace about it all. Ask God to be with you when you're in school, and ask God just to be with you the whole day and just help you to cope with your new surroundings, or just to get back into the way of things. But mainly, remember that God is always with you, and whatever you ask Him for, He will give it. Okay? So we hope you all have a great week, whatever you're getting up to, and remember that Jesus loves you. Okay? And we'll see you all next week. Bye!